Hey, this is John from Team Herp Your Derp, and I'm going to show you my Lightsworn deck. And this is my Pegasus. It's the best monster in the game. Back here. Okay, I'm going to start off with triple JD because how you roll. Triple JD. Basically, it's the boss monster. If you don't know what Lightsworns do, it's end phase, mill 4, pay 1,000, nuke everything on the field. It's pretty good. The best card in the game. Every card is the best card in the game. Then you got Double Jane. Ultra rare, just cool. Pretty happy about that. I like Jane. It's an 18 beater when attacking directly. When it's attacking, it's a 21 beater, which is pretty nice. You can get over a lot of stuff. Mills 2 during the end phase, and I know most people probably want to run one if any. But I like 2. This is a pure Lightsworn deck. I'm not doing any of that chaos bullshit. You got frickin' 2 Lila, you got frickin' Trigodia and Chaos Sorcerer and BLS because I play Lightsworns legit. And you got 2 Gareth because despite what people might think with his, like, oh, he doesn't mill, he's only 1850, and he got 50 on there, it's so weird. I like Gareth. He adds some draw power. Sometimes your hands can get a little empty. And, sometimes you don't draw anything, but if not, it's just more mill. What the hell? But, if you do end up getting the draws off of him, then it's just replenishing your hand. There's nothing bad to come out of Garrett. Okay, we got Double Lumina. Just went up to 2 in the last update of this game we call Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can pitch any card in your hand to summon a Lightsworn from your graveyard, which is pretty badass. Makes for some sick combos if you know how to play right. But end phase mill 3. She's overall like one of the better Lightsworns in my opinion. Most decks, if you run Lightsworns at all, most decks run 2 of her. Okay, now you got the Lightsworn bitch, Aaron the monk. Basically, if she attacks any defense position monster, she kicks it back to the deck. Your deck is shuffled, which is pretty pretty dick for those stall cards like Spirit Reaper, or if you're one of those weird people that run Marshmallow. It's just hilarious to see, like, shut up. It's hilarious to see people trying to run stall, and then you draw into either this or a spell card to get this, and you're just like, yeah, Aaron, and they're just like, well, fuck, and then just kick it back to the deck, and it's pretty funny, honestly. Next card is Double Wolf, because 1 wolf is too little and 3 wolves is too much. You get the Double Wolf when it's milled from your deck to the graveyard or just sent from your deck to the graveyard. It's special summons to the field, 21 beater. It does, in its effect, it doesn't mill anything, but it's really nice just to, say you summon Aaron or something first turn, just hoping for some mill to get your engine going. You mill this, you got a 21 beater on the field right off the bat, which is pretty sick. Considering, most people nowadays, like most of the top decks, run these measly little monsters that have fucking OP effects, so it's nice to have a guy that can get over stuff. Next we have technically 1 Raikou. This one, my friend let me borrow for now until he gets there to recharge, because they're impossible to find. I'm sorry, but they are. I don't like Raikou as much. I know people are probably like, what? You don't run 3 Raikou? You're crazy. Well, I might consider putting him what to do. He's not that bad. First turn you set him with some defensive spells and traps. You can, they attack into it, they lose their monster or their back row or their field spell or whatever. It's nice to, pop off stuff if it's a key card. But, I don't know, I don't really care for 2 that much. It's too slow. Got Double Card Trooper. Love my Ultra one. Anyway, Card Trooper, main phase 1 or 2, I suppose. So I don't know why you would do it during main phase 2. You can mill any amount of cards 1 through 3. It gains 500 attack per card milled. What? 400. 400. Yeah, it's 500.
No, I'm pretty sure it's
500, Jared.
Fine.
When you mill 3, it's a 19 beater. Anyway, mill 3, it's a 19 beater, and it's really nice because, as opposed to all the other Lightsworn monsters, you mill during the end phase, whereas this one you mill during your main phase 1. So it's nice for setting up combos with either Wolf if you get lucky enough, or if you can mill some and get JD on the field. One combo that's really kind of nice with this one is if you can get one on the field, and you mill 3 and you can get JD out, you can put JD down, pay 1,000, he goes to the grave and you draw 1 with his effect that when he's destroyed by card effect or battle, you get to draw a card, which is kind of nice. It's more hand replenishing. The only drawback is he's a earth monster, not a light, which would be a little OP in my opinion, but it's whatever. We got 1 Celestia. If she's tribute summoned by sacrificing a Lightsworn monster, you can mill 4 to pop 2 cards on the field to your opponent, up to 2 of your opponent's cards. And it's pretty nice for like if you set something like a say Bottomless or a Sullen Morning, you can set Raikou. You know, their turn, they summon, pop their monster with or one of their monsters maybe with Solemn, and then if they don't, you know, if Raikou stays on the field, you can flip Raikou, mill 3, pop something, sack for this, pop 2 more, mill 4. That's 7 in the grave and 3 cards pop, which is pretty nice, and then you have a 23 beater on the field. It's a shame she isn't more because she doesn't get over stuff like, you know, Stardust, not that anyone ever runs that, but, you know, you risk the chance of getting that Solemn or Starlight Express going. 1 Arcus. I really don't know of people who run Arcus anymore in Lightsworn decks, but he's actually really good with like Bottomless and stuff because it doesn't target, which is quite nice. Solemn Morning, Solemn Judgment, it's all nice because they can't target, which is the main thing with this deck, especially when you have decks like the Zectors. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to pop that. And no, you're not, because Arcus is on the field and he's, you know, a freaking monk, druid guy, and he's a beast warrior, so I don't get that, like, freaking bear and a man. I don't know. Okay, Honest, if you're not running Honest in the Lightsworn deck, you're doing it wrong. Basically every light-based deck, as far as I know of, runs this card. It's a really good monster. It is basically a hand trap that when you attack or they attack into you, you can send it to the grave, and the monster that is battling, that your light monster, gains attack equal to their attack. So basically, they're taking damage equal to whatever your monster's attack is, and their monster's gone. It has another effect where you can summon it, and if you you can return it to your hand, which is kind of nice. It's like it's the only monster you have, and you just want to do more damage. You can just summon it, attack, and then back to your hand. Though they kind of know it's there, then kind of defeats the purpose of having Honest. But if you need a little more damage, it's whatever. And then some nice tech my friend thought of and put in there gave me, I should say. Guardian of Order. Basically, whenever you have 2 or more light monsters on the field, you can special summon this card. It's a 25 beater. It's just a nice addition, you know. Pop down JD, normal summon, special summon this guy. It's just more damage, basically. And if not, it's just that, you know, a monster vulnerable target that has 2,500 attack. So, it's pretty nice. Okay, that's all the monsters. Like half monsters. And then, onto the spells. I run 3 hand destruction because every deck needs more hand destruction. I don't know if it would, I'd particularly say it would screw over decks nowadays. It's not a good thing for a lot of decks because they like stuff in their hand more often, I believe. But it's still nice having pitch 2, risk it, draw into 1. You got 2 in the grave right there. It's just really nice for getting your combos going, and it speeds up the deck so much. Next we got 3 Solar Recharge, well 2. I cannot find a third one to save my life. And they're all sold out, and they're all like $20 because I don't even know why. Chaos Dragons or something. I don't know. Who knows? But it's an amazing card. Discard Lightsworn, draw 2, mill 2. It's amazing to get, say, Wolf in your hands. He's useless in your hands, so basically you get rid of a useless card. You get to draw 2 and then mill 2. So it's like a +5 if you have Wolf, +4 if not. You're just helping your deck out. Okay, I run 2 Monster Reincarnation. This is for getting back key monsters you might want to get back, whether it be JD, Guardian of Order for some more damage, or like a Lumina or something. It's nice to be able to pitch a card you don't need with this to get back a boss monster or something. It's just, it helps you out because like, it's so easy to mill like 10 cards in one turn. You could easily mill your JDs, so it's nice to be able to get them back somehow. Run 2 MST because who doesn't love some trap destruction? Rhoda, because you can search out Aaron, 2 Aarons, or one of my 2 Gareths. And it's pretty nice because, what?
Yeah, no way.
It's more search power. I don't really ever know when you would need to toolbox into Gareth, but I could see plenty of possibilities where toolboxing in a Aaron would be pretty nice. So that's for your your warrior Lightsworn, if you will. Then you got Charge of the Light Brigade, which its effect is you mill 3, and then you can search your deck for any Lightsworn monster, which is pretty nice because basically you can get, like, there's so many Lightsworn monsters for so many different situations. You can basically get whatever you need at that time, or you can just always go into Lumina, which is what most people do. Then I got 1 Pot of Avarice. It's a nice card which you recycle, maybe not particularly your Lightsworns if you don't want to, but you can recycle your stuff like Card Trooper, Honest, JDs, or what you can do is summon JD, then play this to pop some cards back to your hand, or back to the deck, so you can draw some cards and maintain hand advantage for next turn. Overall, it's just pretty nice. That also helps you not deck out as fast, assuming you don't mill it. Then we got Staples, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. I don't run Heavy Storm. I don't really know why. I guess I kind of figure with JD going, you got so much like field destruction as is. But I suppose it could be sided in against more like back row based decks. But got Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, it's all good. Then on to the traps. I don't run many. Trench of Tribute, I run 1. Mirror Force, obvious, and then you got your Solemn Brigade for monster negation and spell and trap negation, which is, these help a lot. They help you get over problem monsters, like if they summon Dragonfly, well it's like, get out of here. Or if there's something like Darkroom that gets summoned and you know your stuff is going to get popped anyway. I mean, what's 2,000 life points? I mean, yeah, it's kind of a payment heavy deck. You got JD paying 1,000 every left and right, you got these paying 2,000, each just paying half. But overall, it works well. And then we're moving on to the extra deck, which is, I'm sure there's better ones. I only have 2 Leviathan Dragons. The main thing with this card that you want to do is you can get Lumina on the field, pitch a card to get a Lumina, pitch a card to get Arcus, and you can get one of these out. The use for him, in my opinion, is it's a 25 beater, which is not, well, let's see, he can't attack directly. Okay, well,
he's a 3,000.
He's a 3,000 beater for monsters and a 25 beater for if you want to attack directly. And it's really nice if your opponent has something on the field that Lumina only has 1,000 attack. Arcus has, I think, 1,200. You're not getting over much stuff with that, but, you know, if you want to get those out, you can pop this on the field, 2,500 beater if you want to attack directly for damage, 3,000 if you need to get over a monster. Plus, if you're in danger and you really don't want to mill, say you only have like 4 or 5 cards left in your deck and you don't want to mill anymore, you can exceed into this and then it'll stop the milling until you can figure out what the hell you want to do. So, obviously there's better level 3s, but I don't really use them that often, so I'm not going to pay $50 for frickin' Leviair, whatever the fuck else people use. So, yeah, that's basically it for my deck profile. So, have a good day.